Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 47, I think, of One Piece Dungeons & Dragons.
47? Wait,
Yeah.
what? No, this is not episode 47.
Yeah, what do you... last episode was 46.
It's 47, yeah.
It's
The
47?
original, the Pirates D&D was what, like...
70 episodes.
That doesn't sound right.
I was 21 years old when we started One Piece D&D Pirates. I am now 27 because of last weekend. It was just my birthday, so this is my birthday episode.
Happy birthday, birthday, by the way.
Happy birthday.
My 20s in my life are defined by running Dungeons and Dragons for you guys. That's
Hell
this is
Holy
just
shit.
when I am in my old
I got a
age.
birthday present, Rustage.
What was the birthday? What? Oh yeah, this is the birthday present. Yeah, when I'm old and dying, I will look back on my life and go, my entire 20-year-old life is defined by doing anime-themed Dungeons and Dragons, and probably my 30s too, actually.
I mean, like, let's be honest, that'll
Yeah.
happen, like, with all of us, if we make it to, like, old age, we're just staring at, like, we did the YouTubes and the Twitch back in the
Now
day.
you
That's
see me.
for-
Bro, for
Now
real.
you see me.
Sorry,
I've been here
Briggs-
the whole time. I rolled.
Yeah, Briggs Bradley. I hadn't actually done the play intro, so the joke didn't. We were gonna,
It didn't work.
For audio listeners, we were going to do a thing because Bradley wasn't here straight away. That we were going to introduce him and say, but he's not here because he's stealthing or whatever. Now you don't see him or whatever. And then you obviously were to come back and complete that joke. Unfortunately, I was too busy complaining about the fact that I've been running Dungeons & Dragons for 6 years.
Fair enough.
So, anyway, I'm here, of course, with Bradley Briggs.
Hey, I've been here the whole time.
I've been here with Yokan 2Spooky.
Meowdy, Captain.
I'm here with Damian Paws.
Hey, everybody. How you doing? I'm sleepy.
And I'm here with Kai Tekking101.
Hi, everybody. I'm very energized. I've been up for 6 hours already. I'm having a nice cup of coffee right now.
You have been awake for the longest out of any of us. For anyone listening to this in the future, we're running this session like 3 hours early, and it's all Bradley's fault. It's all Briggs' fault. And
I have stuff. I'm sorry, guys.
he's got stuff he needs to do. And unfortunately, that means for all of us, most of us have just woken up. So we're in a state of morning blues, but we will do this episode. We'll get through it for you guys. Hello everyone.
Only streamers and content creators can be complaining about being early when it's 1 p.m.
Yeah, no, literally. I woke up at 8 a.m. I don't want to hear any shit from you guys.
I actually
right
woke
now.
up at like 8, 9 a.m. as well.
Yeah, there you go.
I woke up
So we're good.
15 minutes
We're
ago.
good. Yeah.
Spooky's still in his dreams. Yeah, is this real?
Spooky, I'm sorry.
Our imagination.
Spooky, this is just the dream of us doing this because you had to go to bed and thought about us doing this. You're actually going to wake up in 10 minutes and have to do this all over again. So,
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's rough.
I get 2 sessions in one day. I'm working overtime.
no, I've done that before though, where I'll dream about doing a video and then wake up and be like, "Shit, I still have to. Damn it! I have to
You
do
have
it
to
all
do the
over
video. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I have such intense dreams where it feels like I'm a different person to the point where sometimes I will wake up and like mourn the loss of the life that I had in my dreams because it
Sometimes
feels
that
like
happens.
I've lived.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because I will feel like I've lived a lifetime in a dream.
Yeah, there's times where I'm like, I want to go back. I want to go back.
Yeah.
And a child missing that I've had for like years, and I'd be like, where'd they go?
Yeah.
Where's my little ones? And then yeah. Anyway.
That's fine. Anyway, on the last episode, they defeated the Great Devourer and saved
We
Tiger.
did.
Tiger is on the ground, unconscious but alive. And everybody else has been quickly sort of healed up through various means. Joy as well is now
Yes,
gonna
I'm
be
assuming that Joy is.
picked up by
'cause I would
Nurse.
have. Yeah.
And that is the situation into which we find ourselves now. And yeah, I think the last... So, there's a general sense of celebration.
Yeah.
Kai, do you still have your silence bubble up?
It's
In the corner
still
of
off
the
to it's just a it's a fucking silence dial that's off in the side that there's just a bubble of silence.
Just bubble of
All right.
silence.
That's the way it's flavored, so yeah.
But yeah, the Emperor is dead, he's bones. General Veridite is dead, he's beheaded. And the only members of the original triumvirate of the Emerald Kingdom, because Celadon's also dead, is Jade in a cocoon, as we've now established from the introduction. Jade in a cocoon is now by the front door in a cocoon.
All right.
Cocoon Jade.
She Annied herself. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I remember that you said like we were taking Taiga to some sort of hospital or something. Like we were leading him out, and that's where we left off. So,
Well, the
he's still
rebellion is
underground.
there too.
Yeah, so Yanu
yeah.
and the crab rebellion has come through the door.
Yes.
Ziania is immediately ecstatic, right? She is already, she had grabbed Yokan's hand and was jubilant with glee, saying, "We'd finally done it! We have killed the Emperor! We have restored the Emerald Kingdom back to its people!"
Salt
quite yet,
for
we
everybody.
Oh, well, yeah, what's
Salt
up,
for
Yoko?
everybody.
Salt for everybody! Kai, all of us will be able to eat salt on all of our
Yay!
foods, and we will.
That's great.
We'll establish a new king or queen. She says, wiggling an eyebrow, and we will have peace and prosperity in the kingdom.
Yeah, Belle is just gonna move immediately up and sit on the throne.
Okay.
Into which Yanu will also take a step forwards and be like, we are not going to replace one violent regime with another one, Ziania. And Ziania takes a
Belle
step
would
back.
never.
Yeah.
Belle's already planting the flag of the rebellion, which is like a blue crab on a red background onto the throne, and just.
I mean, Yanu's fine with this actually. So Yanu's fine with the crab thing. Yeah.
Shit, okay,
He's fine with the crab? No
Yeah,
way.
I mean, he is the symbol of the rebellion.
He's part of the. He's part of the crab.
That makes sense.
He's upset with the Ziania thing. Yeah. He looks over at Ziania and goes, "You red tigers. I know you mean well, but innocent people died in your red tiger attacks. Your intentions were noble, but the results speak for themselves. It did nothing but make things harder for us. If anyone is going to rule this nation now, it is the people in a democratic election, and it is for us, the rebellion of the blue crab, to decide." And Yokan, you're right next to Ziania. You could feel her tense up. And she sort of steps forwards. And, sorry, this is very NPC to NPC dialogue unless anyone wants to cut it.
No, there's a lot of people going on
Damian's
here.
in the fucking pit with tigers.
Bradley's like 7 HP and he's just like in his head. He's like, another election?
Well, last time we committed regicide, we also established a democracy, and that seemed to be great for everybody.
Hey, the Red Tigers have fought for too long and we have sacrificed too much to not be able to reclaim our homeland. She yells
I'm
out.
not saying you can't reclaim your homeland. I just think, there's innocent people on both sides.
Yeah. Yanu...
Bradley walks forward. He's like, we've kind of done this before. My recommendation is a vote. However, certain rules and stipulations should be that the Red Tigers should be able to live within the capital.
Yeah.
For this vote to happen.
How do you feel about that, Belle? Belle's on the throne, guys. I think that means she's the queen. I think that's how that works. Whoever sits on that big chair is the queen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'd vote for Belle.
Yeah, I do too. Absolutely.
Belle cannot be a legitimate electoral candidate.
Why can't she?
I guess she could. She could.
She
if
is.
she gets
She's
voted
absolutely
for.
doing this. She's 100% doing this.
She's gonna stay there forever.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't care.
And then you won't have
It's
Belle
what she's doing.
For the rest of the campaign, you would be without
I'll find
Belle.
another. I can find another beast bond.
I mean, if she wins the vote.
Belle is
Okay.
Belle wins the vote. She wins the vote. Listen, I'm not even kidding. If Belle wins the vote, she stays on this island as the queen. I'll find another beast bond. Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
That's the story she ends up in. That's what happens.
Ziania looks around and she's a little frustrated, and she said, but she obviously had intentions of putting her dad on the throne, right, after everything. But she also prioritized the good of the nation. And she goes, okay, that is fine then. We can have an election. But just Yanu, that the Red Tigers have put all of the effort into this. Just because your little rebellion were too scared to rise up until things were looking favorable.
Yeah, or until Belle showed up.
Exactly.
She's the one that motivated them.
Yeah.
Seems like you weren't able to do anything with your terrorism tactics. You even attacked a Marine officer.
Terrorism tactics? Now you're talking Now you're talking like Celadon. We are fighting hard. We were fighting hard for years. Just because we weren't successful didn't mean we didn't put the effort in. We lost many good men fighting against this oppressive regime. I am thankful towards you.
There's a difference between effort and killing innocents.
We did what we had to do. My brother did what he had to do to send a message, right?
Was shooting me also something you had to do?
I wasn't trying to shoot you. I was trying to shoot the Emperor.
You attacked a Marine officer regardless. Your actions prove that you are reckless and your cause is reckless. I'd feel more comfortable with these people in charge than someone like you.
I am willing to die for my cause because I love my country. These people were cowards.
Because you're willing to die doesn't make it right. You can just be stupid.
You take a step too far.
Bradley says.
Damian, she's fought alongside us this whole time. She helped us rescue Taiga.
I'm not gonna arrest her. She did try, but I'm just saying she's naive and stupid.
None of this would have happened without me, without any of our red tigers and the sacrifices we made. I have lost family members to fight for a better future, for a brighter future for the Emerald Kingdom.
The city has fallen. These criminals and pirates have been taken into custody, and I look over at General Veridite, and Damian gets a little sad. I guess also disposed of.
She continues to tense up. Listen, I don't like
everything you've wanted besides putting yourself on the throne, from what I heard.
I don't trust easily, and I want to prevent another tyrannical ruler claiming that throne. And the one man...
That's why I won't allow you to be it.
Yeah, she flares up. Only me and my family knows what's right for this country.
I think the people here have to say otherwise.
I reach out my long arm and put it on Ziliana's shoulder. All that matters is that innocent people need to stop dying. That's what we're here for, to save innocent lives. If we just put another ruler on the throne, this vicious cycle is just going to start again.
You are correct, of course. Don't get me wrong, I am grateful. And obviously, my priority is the good of the kingdom. I believe that my family is the best way to do that, but if you believe that a democracy is the best way to do that, I'm not going to fight you on it. I've gotten what I want. The Emerald Empire has been destroyed.
I'm happy you agree. I think you have to put the past in the past. Remember what happened and use it going forward. But what's it called? If you just appoint yourself, a new ruler coming out of nowhere, not supported by the people, won't go anywhere. The people need to decide. And I hope they make the right decision.
There are so many people in this city that are still loyal to the Emperor's regime. Will you allow them to have a vote?
Well, the problem is there's also so many people in this city who are just as oppressed as you guys were.
Mm-hmm.
What matters is that the oppression ends today.
Can we also vote that no one with the blood of the god or whatever that bullshit was gets appointed or is allowed to run?
I'm just saying, like, it sounds like you need to try something different, and the crab is something different. Also, she literally mobilized a revolution in a day or two. That is that has to be inspirational. You have a flag of her, for God's sake.
People
love her.
And
the people love her.
Of Belle doing everything and shows like Damian and everyone like, wow, that actually is kind of impressive.
She only managed to do that because of what we did.
Oh, she stares. She gives you the glare on that one. I'm just like, bullshit.
I know
grabbed a bunch of ragtag people in an alleyway and mobilized an entire revolution. Overthrowing a government.
All it proves was that I was right all along, and that if these cowards, she points over at Yanu, just mobilized earlier, we would have been able to take down the Emperor.
Your vote is one of many, and you can vote whoever you want for, but, you know, if you're going to go that route with it, I'm just saying.
Well, you have Zordon, you're not wrong, but the thing is, they also rose up. What matters is that they rose up today. They could have rose up at any time, but they decided to fight today, and that's what matters. They could have decided not to fight.
What is stopping a democracy of people who have been brainwashed by the Emperor, people with a lack of education due to the oppression of the Emperor's policies, just voting for one of the many hell spawn of the Emperor's loins?
Well, personally, I have a great idea, actually, now that you mention it. Just like our friend right here, I point to Mr. Headless Veridite.
Oh, God.
If there's more people in this city who want to continue this oppression, I think we just take care of them right now.
That would just be the same regime that you just disposed of, Yokan.
Are you
I don't
suggesting
see
we...
how.
How do you decide that, Yokan? How do you know?
If there are more people like Veridite who are willing to die for the Emperor, who are willing to put their lives on the line to kill and oppress innocent people, I don't see why they should be allowed to live.
Veridite was a tool used by some corrupt system. He truly believed that what he was doing was right.
Yeah, welcome to the Nuremberg trials in One Piece D&D. Okay.
Also, just throwing this out there as a benefit, if you vote for Belle, she's really good at handling money. Your entire island's economy is going to be handled extraordinarily well. Like, I'm just letting you know.
It's true.
Is that fake
That's
money
canon.
coming out of Belle's pocket again? Wait a minute. Wait
a minute.
Still have the counterfeit money, Kai?
Belle's, that's not count. I mean, like, she'll just.
I think some of it's real at this point. Like,
some of
Bell's taking Taiga for all his
It might
money.
be real.
I just let you know,
some of it legit might be real.
Yeah, Belle is a crab that has mobilized a revolution in a day and is handing out money to the people. I feel like Belle's gonna win this fucking election. All right, I feel like
they even use the same currency.
I don't know. Do they use berries here? Do they use belly in this island?
Pretty established around One Piece world, right?
Yeah, I think
isolated.
It is isolated.
It's an isolated world. So
it's an isolated country, but they do have belly as currency.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh,
yeah, there's some islands like Amazon Lily. I think has a different currency than the rest of the world, but like it's whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
Lasagna, are you gonna run or your father?
I will talk to my father about it, and one of us will run. She points over at the cocoon on the ground.
Oh yeah, that thing.
Well,
How long has that been there?
We still have to deal with her though, right? We've killed the rest of the triumvirate, the three-headed emerald dragon, as they are called.
You have your victory. I will see to this last one.
Good. Fine. We'll have the election, Yanu, but you are not winning this one. Yanu goes, well, I am not the one that's running. And he points over at Belle. She will be the one that's running.
No way!
By the way, I want to mention Belle. I go up to her and I'm like, Belle, you look like super comfortable on that throne. Like she's like, this is what she wants to do. This is where she needs to be.
At that point, there is a knock on the door. With the door behind, not the front door, like the back door of this chamber. And
UPS.
the door slowly opens, and like there's this maybe like 7-year-old kid who puts his head around the corner and goes,
"Okay,
Daddy, is everything okay? Oh, who are all these people?"
Do we recognize this kid?
You do not recognize this kid, but he looks quite a lot like Anurak in sort of like, you know.
Oh, it's his son. All right.
Sort of. He looks around. Oh.
I thought Anorak was a child.
No,
Anorak is not
Anorak
a
just talked like a little baby throwing a
spoiled,
tantrum.
but he was probably in his
spoiled.
He was probably in his late 20s.
I would have guessed like 13.
Yeah.
No.
He didn't feel very old.
No, he was very childish, but he was like a king that was pampered his wole life. So
spoiled emperor, right?
Yeah, that's all I was.
His whole life, but he'd already been pre-established that he had children.
I probably had a harem.
Apparently, a lot of them, from what you said.
Bradley's gonna quickly run towards the door and just be like, "Your dad's not here right now."
There's no way you.
I mean, that's not wrong. That's not wrong.
Do you know where your mom is? Little guy?
I don't know who my mom is.
Oh wow, that's not.
I'm
leaving this up to you, Bradley. This is.
Can you do a deception for me,
He's not
Bradley?
touching this one
Can you
with
do
a
a
10-foot
deception
pole.
for me?
Deception. I was about to roll stealth and hide.
Just hide in plain sight as this kid's looking at you.
Yeah, it's good deception. He goes,
okay.
then where is father?
He's somewhere.
Of course he's somewhere. What
He's
is
somewhere.
He just left. He left for a pack of cigarettes. He left for some milk.
I think
who
he
are
went
you?
to get milk. I'm not sure. I'm not sure where he is. So you don't know where your mother is?
Well, my mother is, you know, she's just he sort of looks down pensively. He doesn't quite understand like the concept of a concubine, so he's trying to explain it from a child's point of view.
Okay, so Bradley picks up on this, and he's just gonna be like, "So who normally takes care of you when your father's busy with work?"
Oh, General Veridite. Oh, he looks round and sees his corpse.
He was the nanny. He was the nanny.
He goes,
hold on.
The captain of the King's Guard is also the nanny. Okay.
Bradley
gotcha.
looks at Yokan. Bradley looks on Yokan and says, "Good luck," and rolls.
All right. Yokan runs over. Yokan runs over. Yokan runs over to the kid.
He just slides under the table after he sees the dead body.
Yokan like deeply sighs after watching Bradley just disappear, and then walks over to the child.
Oh my god.
Hey there, little guy. I know this is going to be hard to understand.
Okay.
But your father and General Veridite, they were hurting people. You know when you fall down and you hurt your arm? That doesn't feel very good, right?
He's a little bit inconsolable. He's seen the headless corpse of the
He's a
person who
crying
raised
kid,
him.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I guess that's he would be probably
Like,
traumatized.
Yokan's
shocked
like
from
sitting
that.
there like trying to console him and realize it's not getting through. So then she's
Ziana-
going to grab his shoulders. Hey, listen! Trying to like shock him out of it.
Are you going to kill me too? Are you?
No, you haven't done anything wrong. You just have to understand. Your father and General Veridite, they were hurting people. They were killing people. Do you know what that means?
No.
Well, you know when you fall down, you hurt your knee. It doesn't feel very good, right?
Oh, okay.
They were hurting people's knees really bad.
Okay. But okay, I don't understand. Ziania calls over and goes,
Thank you.
what are you going to do about this one? Eh?
What are you going to do about it, Zanya?
Hey, he will grow up and resent the new regime. He will grow up and be a problem. And I
How
feel
old are
like
you, kid?
I am 7.
He's 7. He doesn't even know what's going on.
Yeah, don't
He can
kill
be
the
taught.
child, guys. Come on, Joy, you're with me on this, right? We don't kill children, right?
Oh, I'm still quite recovering. Sorry, I
Bradley from under the table. The child's innocent, you idiots. Okay.
He breaks
Pluto!
stealth to re-go into stealth.
Hey, Pluto, we don't kill kids, right?
No, the Marines don't kill children unless they're criminals.
Okay, that it feels like you didn't have to mention that last part, but okay. I'll take the first part of what you said.
Unless they're criminals is crazy.
I mean, there's been it's pre-established that some children
Robin's
have wanted
been
posters.
wanted, yeah.
Robin had a Dead or Alive. So
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Robin, Big Mom, Kaido.
A lot
Kaido
of
got his first bounty.
I would say,
Yeah, he was
like a
10.
lot of the NPCs in this room are like on single-digit HP and sort of on the ground exhausted, which is why they're not talking much.
I'm gonna help Joy up, and like we need to get to like a hospital. We could figure out this I understand there's a lot of like political stuff we need to talk about right now, but we're all very close to dying.
Nurse says we can get back to the ship, and we can get back to the medic bay I have there, and I can see to Tiger and everyone else.
That's probably for the best, nurse.
That works.
You've been essential. We should get that going. All right, Zanya or Zendaya, whatever your name is.
Yes.
So, what was your plan for this kid? What did you want to do?
Whatever
As
is
I
best.
look to Yokan, and yeah, I'm gonna wait for her to respond. Let's go.
I think whoever gets elected would have to decide what to do with this kid.
And if you were elected, I want to know.
Well, if I was elected, then whatever I did would be legal because I would be the one who created the laws of this land.
This bitch is already talking like a politician.
Yeah.
Bradley says that he comes out of stealth.
Yeah.
Yokan, what if we make the kid a Marine?
Yokan's eyes light up. Oh my god! Hey,
Evan boy,
do you want to go on an adventure?
We're not having a child soldier. We're not going to have a child soldier, Bradley and Yokan.
Well,
there's a second child that comes around
for
now.
us until. Oh,
There's maybe a 5-year-old girl peeks her head around the corner and goes, "Big brother, what's happening?"
We just go through this. There's 17 of them. They just keep coming into the room.
He probably has a ton.
He has
we
quite
can
a lot
build
of
an
children.
army.
It's like the Who's in Whoville. It's just they just keep coming.
so yeah, second child comes around the corner now, Yokan. And she's equally as distraught.
I go through the entire exact same situation where I'm explaining the example with when you hit your knee.
I understand why we arrest criminals rather than just execute them now.
What do you mean?
As you doing that in front of a crying child,
what do you mean?
Are you?
We make the Marines look like bad people if we're just murdering, and we could arrest. Veridite could have told the child and talked to him while in cuffs.
Lur says, "I don't know. You guys look like good people to me."
Listen, your father was actively harming people. He was a bad man. Bad men get taken care of by the Marines. It's as simple as that.
But father was doing so much good for so many people.
Well, he was also feeding people to a gigantic entity.
Oh, the great devourer.
That's pretty messed up. Yeah.
He's fun. I like him.
Well, he's dead.
Oh my god!
All right. What was his Yamu?
It's just like my fucking younger brother.
What are your plans to do with these kids?
He looks over, and I see he sort of bites a lip.
At Belle.
At Belle. Yeah. He looks over at Belle, and he's like, "What is whatever? What I am not the one to be asking."
Belle pulls a snack out of her backpack and hands it to the kids.
Oh,
just a snack.
It's just there you go.
No matter who is in charge, nothing is going to happen to these kids. They are not complacent
your
in the
friend
suppression.
Is going to kill them.
I don't think Belle has ever canonically murdered a child, so she probably is okay with that.
I didn't say that.
Are you going to harm these children?
No, I didn't say that.
They're innocent.
I didn't say that. I said, no matter how innocent they are, they pose a future threat. It's all I said.
And what does that mean?
How do they pose a threat? They're kids. They don't even know what day it is.
It's Tuesday.
It's Thursday.
Oh, she was right. Once they are adults and they find out that their father was killed by whoever is now in control of the city, they will seek revenge.
That's not true. This is the most important part. You can teach them that what their father did was wrong.
I am not saying we should kill an innocent child. Do not get me wrong. I am just making sure everybody's aware that it is a potential future threat to the kingdom if the heir of the original emperor is alive and doing things actively in the community.
And what do you think? And what are you going to plan to do with them? You say they're an active threat, so how are you going to handle them?
Again, I'm not at liberty to explain what my policies are until I am elected.
You guys need a university, GBU, educate the people on history.
It will be something that I would have to discuss. And I'm not saying that I would kill them, but I'm saying that I might have to find other ways to deal with this situation.
You're already using the word kill. That's pretty strong. Belle was just giving them snacks. You're using words like kill. So, I don't know about this. I don't know.
Are you guys stupid? Like, I thought we were all on the same side to this.
Do you guys have school here?
We did until the Emperor took over.
Okay. Belle, you're gonna make a school, right?
Yeah, like the Belle
I
nonsense.
can't say that.
Belle is doing the politician thing of like, oh, there's gonna be an election. All right, got to start promising, make myself look good. You know, just like that's the whole way up an election goes, man.
I can't say that I understand the intricacies of a monarchy. These are big words, but but children are not complacent in this. They're innocent. It doesn't matter the circumstances of their birth. They're kids. You can teach them you can mold them into what you want them to become.
That's just like David, just like.
It is an option. It is an option.
It's not an option. They're innocent. The whole point was to save people. You're just condemning more people to death.
I don't want to kill the children, she says really loudly. I am not a murderer like the Emperor is. I kill those who deserve it. I am not going to kill the children. But I was just making everybody aware of the potential threat that they pose in the future. And whatever means that requires us to take. Either we exile them, we educate them, we do something about it.
And that's what I'm trying to lead you to. Why not? Why would you exile them when you could just educate them?
It's risky, but if it's for the greater of the country, then I will. But it is something. This is not the conversation we should be having right now.
Yeah, I know.
But
I know
it is.
people are dying at the moment.
The reason why it is because we don't just walk into a place, kill the leader, and leave. We make sure we leave the place on the right path for the future. Otherwise, the cycle just continues.
I agree.
That's why Marines exist, to make places better than when we last left it.
This whole room is
Ziania turns to you, Damian, and goes, "For my belief, the Marines exist to keep things the same. You guys proved otherwise to me that the Marines can make things better, so for that I am grateful. But I don't think you know what the Marines are if you think their sole purpose is to make things better."
Sometimes keeping things the same is for the best. Sometimes change is good. It just depends on the situation. And that's why our justice exists, to make sure that things are upheld and the right thing is done.
I'd like to believe that. Let us have this election then. She walks over to the jade cocoon. All right, but let's kill this one first.
No, I'm not going to allow it.
I got it. Caught again.
Well, I think it's probably better that she's taken care of. I think Damian has something else in mind.
Yeah, well, Damian, what do you want to do with Jade?
I mean, I'm going to take her back to the ship because we're going back to the ship anyway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Are you going to recruit her?
No, we only do that with deadly assassins.
Yeah. How you doing, Scourge?
I know this is beside the point, and I hate to say I told you so. But I just want to point out that Lur and Scourge put their lives on the line to save not only Bradley, Anchor Arms, but also Taiga, who they don't even know.
Yeah.
And before, we were talking about arresting them. Magnus wanted to kill them. But they just helped save a ton of lives.
I think we lose this battle without them. I dove into Taiga's stomach.
That's why I wanted them on our side.
We've all been in the stomach.
They clearly have plenty of skills to help save a ton of lives, and that's why I wanted them on our side. And I feel vindicated.
I feel like rather than jail or death, it's just like become a Marine is the solution.
Sorry, what did you say, Damian?
What a way to rehabilitate.
I feel like you guys directly disobeyed a lot of orders. That's what happened here, and things.
Yeah, but Damian, we do that all the time, and you're still stuck with us.
I'm sorry, Damian. I don't mean to disobey you. It's just I'm trying to save as many people as I can.
By killing them?
Yes.
That's not exactly always the correct choice. And I'm going to teach you that.
I'm gonna teach you that. I'm gonna kill you.
I'm not. He just leaves it off on that. And he's gonna go
Justice,
over to,
am I right?
Where's
go
Damian
over to
go?
Kai.
Okay.
And he's like, I'm gonna need your help here. Can you also bring Scourge as we're moving along?
Sure, absolutely.
You guys are leaving.
Yeah, are we heading
palace?
out? All right.
Yeah, we're leaving.
What are you doing with the children?
Belle will take care of them. She's fine. She's good.
Belle, you got this?
She like puts a claw up, Belle is going to make sure these kids are safe because there's an election that she still needs to win.
Does Belle have people like Yanu and other people still like around her?
They're going to be outside. They're dealing with some of the guards outside.
Okay,
but
We should let them know. Take care of the children.
The emperor is.
Belle is on the throne working out her like campaign promises and what she's going to give for her speech and shit. Like she's working on this. She's got it. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So we leaving, guys?
I would like to get Joy to I Scourge, make a stretcher so we can like carry Joy.
I can't just make things. I mean, we can.
Is she that bad?
You could use webs.
Okay, I'll make a web stretcher.
There you go. What speech? Belle can't talk. Yeah, I'm gonna have to be her interpreter, but she's gonna be the brains of the operation. We'll figure it out. Don't worry. We'll see how this election goes. I don't know. We're doing another fucking election. I don't know how this works.
As you guys, I guess, leave the throne room into like the main hall. There is still a little bit of fighting going on, but Yanu sort of announces that the emperor is dead, and a lot of the enforcers sort of stop, not really sure what to do with themselves as they sort of look around in disbelief. And Yanu runs back in the room, grabs the head of Veridite, and shows it to them, like, just to be like,
yeah, this
here is proof.
It's over.
That's true.
It's over.
Yeah.
So they lay down their arms. He goes, "Don't worry, though. We will have an election."
Of course.
Don't worry, guys.
Don't worry, guys. We're going to have an election. The question is, so you guys are leaving with Tiger. I assume you're going back to the ship?
Yeah.
Are you sticking around for the election?
I have to.
Probably.
Yeah. Okay. So you just want to go back to the ship first.
I'm just want to make sure that our main objective is going.
Yeah,
to be
we have to
taken care
heal
of.
up first. I'm assuming the election's not going to happen in the next hour.
Yeah,
like we gotta.
It does have to be quite a snap election though, because there's a vacancy.
Right, sure,
in power,
but we have time to rest at least before this. Like the following day. How about we move this to the following day, guys?
Can we do it tomorrow?
Yeah. Okay.
Can we just do it tomorrow? It's so fucked. We just defeated a giant octopus monster. Jesus.
Okay, so who's coming with you and who's staying in the palace then?
Belle's staying in the palace, 100%. Yeah.
Just Belle?
Belle,
I
guess Yokan and Bradley.
I'll stay with Yokan.
Okay.
Bradley looks at Yokan and just says, "Justice, am I right?"
Absolutely.
We good, girl?
We fist bump.
Yeah, we had a little bit of a falling out last week, so we're good, girl.
Okay. I guess people staying behind in the palace would be Yokan, Bradley, Ziania, and then I guess Heather by extension, and then everyone else would be at the to the ship. So yeah, you guys venture through the city. Obviously, once you leave the palace and you're back into the city, everything looks relatively normal because a lot of people aren't aware of what's happening. You and it's also now it's quite late at night now, sort of end of the day sort of situation, evening. You eventually leave the city and you kind of venture through the jungle. Oh, that's actually a really good point. You need.
I mean, I thought we were going to go to a hospital inside the city, I assume.
Oh, what Nurse was saying to bring you back to the ship. I mean, you want to find a hospital in the city? Because that's a completely different ballgame in terms of...
I mean, that's probably the better call at this point out there, because there's no way we can make it through the jungle with all this. And
I am so banged up.
And condition.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Tiger's on like 0.2 HP right now.
Yeah.
Yes, we can find a hospital. It won't have all my equipment, but we could do our best.
I can at least make you some. It'll take a few hours, but I can do it.
Yeah, we got Damian,
All right. Okay, well, okay.
Yeah, my ability is called the right tool for the job, so it takes an hour. I can make whatever tool she needs.
Whatever tool she needs. Okay, so you find a local hospital. The thing about it is that the hospitals in this city are obviously just for the elites, just for the noblemen. So you will have to convince them that the emperor is dead. that the situation is it's a bit more complicated politically, because currently the hospital, you go up to the hospital and there's an enforcer outside, in his sort of emerald armor, and he goes, "Hold, what is going on here? Who are you?"
Your emperor has fallen. A new regime is coming into play. We are the Marines. We have got rid of your pirate emperor, and as proof, I'm gonna undo Jade's head and show her. We're taking this one into custody.
Oh, you have Jade with you, yeah, right.
That's right,
Chief.
We have Jade.
He looks up really surprised. There's a lot to. He's just doing his night shift.
God.
Bro was just doing a night shift. And he's just, outside the hospital, and so a group of people come up to him. Your emperor's dead. Your chief is in a cocoon. We are the Marines. Let us in. Can you give me a persuasion?
Hi, how you doing? Yeah.
A what? Persuasion?
A persuasion. Yeah.
Oh man.
Okay.
I mean, it's very easy, but. Yeah,
right, I mean, I am the most persuasive person out there. Let me tell you.
I'll tell you what.
I mean, that is pretty good.
Not bad.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
It's pretty good.
He goes, What? No! Chief!
It's fine. You're going to be all right. All right. We're going to have an election. Everything's going to be okay. Peace is going to be restored back to this place.
Well, is the chief still alive? Don't worry,
He's still
Chief.
alive.
If there's an election, you have my vote.
I will say. She's also a prisoner right now, and felons usually can't run for political power.
What? But would not. Oh, but she's a chief of the enforcers. She could just pardon herself. It's fine.
Surely. Anyway, we're taking our people in.
Okay,
you can let anybody in here that needs it. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to need medical attention. You let everybody in.
What? Even everybody?
Everybody.
Okay. He looks around. Fine. Okay. But what if there's not enough medical supplies for everybody? What if the wait times are too long?
Again, we'll try our best here. I will try my best.
Oh. Okay. He comes in with you to sort of explain the situation to other enforcers and medical staff in there, and they lead you to a hospital room. And you lay down Tiger and Jade, etc. And
yeah.
I guess you guys are you wanting to sort of long rest in the hospital.
I guess. Yeah, some of the people need it. And I did want to explain to Kai and Scourge, at least at one point when the things settle down and, at least Tiger's safe. I don't know if he is yet.
Tiger's there. He's unconscious. And Nurse immediately starts getting to work. She says, Damian, do you have a microscope?
I can make whatever you need. And yeah, I'll start making it. The right tools for the job.
Just like as long as with stuff from the hospital.
Yeah.
And she's like, she spends all night, so she doesn't get any benefits from a long rest because she's spending all night looking after it.
I guess Damien's not either. All right.
Okay.
Damien's not either.
Yeah. During the night, though, we'll cut back to Bradley, Yokan, etc. But during the night, Damian, Nurse, as you guys are looking over Tiger's body, Nurse will look over to you and go, "Look at this."
All right. What is it?
He still has some strange orange particles inside his body.
I can analyze that, actually, if I need to.
No.
Yeah, you want to analyze it?
Yeah, absolutely. What do I need to roll?
Intelligence, I guess.
Just straight intelligence? Okay.
Yeah, I guess
I just realized the only reason this is happening is because Taiga fell on like a vial in an abandoned hospital.
This entire arc is because he got on Goop.
What was in that fucking hospital?
It was a mixture of vials that caused some sort of weird mutation and reaction that just is indescribable.
I can even flash a genius to make that a 20 if I need.
It's good enough. So you're looking at these, and it does look like these individual orange particles they are moving kind of like they have their own minds of their own.
No.
And
they're independent. That's not good.
They're independent, and you look closer, and they almost look like they're alive. But Nurse says they're too small for us to deal with on this scale. And she turns around and looks at you in the eyes.
All right.
I don't know how to deal with this unless there was some way that we could, get in there.
Inside of him?
I've been running all the diagnostics and stuff, but it feels like it's something that we need to deal with ourselves.
All right. I mean, I can reduce our size a little bit, but I don't know if I can make us microscopic level.
Do you know of any scientists that might have technology that might be able to achieve something like that?
Oh, shit.
You son of a bitch, Rustage, we're in.
You actual son of a bitch. I guess. I hate to say it, but it's the one that's operated on your sister. And ultimately killed her.
Oh. Nurse looks down. You saying he would be able to help with this?
I don't know if he'd be able to help. He used to be a better man. We used to work side by side. I don't know what happened to him. I don't know how he got so crazy. He always admired what I did, and I admired what he did. I just don't understand what happened.
I'm sorry to hear that. Well, that looks like it might be our only option.
I was going to see him anyway. I guess it just cements that decision even more.
For the moment, Tiger is stable, though. And he might come to in the coming days. But if we can't get to the root of this issue and destroy it at its source, it's just going to keep mutating. And we might have a second Great Devourer on our hands.
Oh, no.
Oh, God. Oh, God. All right. So you're saying we don't have a lot of time. All right, then. Great. You see, like, David's just, like, already his black, sunken eyes seem to, like, sink in even more. And he's just, like, feeling like he's got even more things to do. All right. Maybe I can read up on some medical things, but I don't know if they have anything like this here. Maybe.
Okay. All right, and I guess you two continue trying to stabilize Tiger into the night. Everyone else there, long rest. We cut back to Zianya, Yanu,
there we go.
Bradley, etc. I mean, actually, sorry, Kai, are you doing anything during that night, importantly?
I mean,
you're there with Joy and...
Yes. I'm just going to, like, stay close to her as we're, like, in the hospital together and just be like, hey, I'm so glad you're okay. I'm so glad we were able to save you. That was scary for a moment there. I don't know what I would do if I lost you.
She looks up and she smiles, and she says, I'm going to be honest, Kai. I think, back on G20 and all of those, time that we spent together, I felt like you were really kind and you were nice, and I enjoyed spending time with you, but it was, just a little bit of fun, right? It's just, we're having a good time together. But, yeah, but you really put your life on the line for me?
I mean, I dove into a giant octopus. It is what it is, though. I mean, I had to do what I had to save you. I'm not going to let you die in there. I mean, that other guy died in there, but, like, whatever.
Yeah. I was there. But my whole life, after my parents passed and I found the sisters, I was always the one, I was looking after others. Me and Malice, often we were like the big sisters of the group. But Malice was always like the one giving orders in command. I was always the one making sure everybody had what they needed, looking after people. I was always a giver. I was always giving people joy. But and I know my sisters, they would fight for me, they would help me, but they're family. I never as happy as I seem, I never truly thought I could trust people outside of my family to the ways that I feel like I could trust you now, because you were willing to die for me.
Honestly, I thought I was going to at a moment there.
And
But it's okay. You don't have to worry about worrying about other people. You have to worry about yourself too.
It's also really stupid. You were really stupid. I will say this, Kai, you're a stupid guy. But I really like you a lot.
Yeah, I know.
I like your stupidity. I like how genuine you are. And I didn't think I could be more happier than my namesake suggests. But I feel like with you, at least I could start to feel genuine joy as opposed to the artificial one I put out there.
Kai starts crying.
Okay, and she goes, "Oh no, it's okay. You don't need to." And she puts out her arms and like holds you in an embrace.
I was gonna hug her. Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. But next time,
I really care about you. Okay,
I care about you too. Next time, save yourself too, because I would be incredibly sad if I lost you.
Okay. Next time we're gonna fight together. Then we'll make sure watch each other's backs. We'll make sure it's okay. Maybe even come up with a really cool combination attack or something. I don't know.
The happy fisherman. Okay.
That sounds fun.
Yeah. Lure bursts through the door and she's just eating medicine.
Yeah.
And she goes, "Wow, this shit tastes awful.
Percocets.
NyQuil.
Dayquil.
I guess that would take her down. I think she's done.
Uppers, downers, uppers, downers.
She's down.
And Scourge is like, "Don't eat that. Oh my god." All right. We cut back to Yokan and Bradley and Ziania, etc. And Ziania is sort of sitting there within everything. And she's like writing on sheets of paper now. In front of you, Yokan.
What are you writing?
I am writing my manifesto. For if I have to run for office, then, I have to have everything prepared.
I see.
Do you think I can win this election, Yokan?
Well, it's hard to say. I've never actually participated in an election, so I don't really know how it works, to be honest.
Do we know how many candidates are running yet? Or is that we're just gonna find out when the election starts?
We have at least two.
The idea is that you can vote for whoever, right? It's just like who is actively campaigning. And I think...
Are we going to give everyone an opportunity to speak that wants to campaign prior to the vote being cast?
Well, that's your choice. Because Ziania says, are you going to give everybody a chance to speak who wants to campaign?
And it seems only fair.
I think that's the fairest thing. Otherwise, it'd just be you versus a crab right now.
Including potentially Anorak's son or Chief Enforcer Jade?
A child, like a 7-year-old running for office doesn't sound like...
Ziania then turns to... Ziania then turns to... Yeah. Ziania then turns to Yanu and goes, "What about the Archbishop? Surely he would want to run." And Yanu shrugs and goes, "I don't know where the Archbishop went. We, a bunch of my men wanted to apprehend him as part of the regime, but he was gone. He'd fled." And Ziania sort of scowls at that and goes, "The Archbishop fled? And nobody's gone after him? We had bigger things to worry about, taking down the Emperor and fighting. But he would be long gone by now. This is... She gets really frustrated. And she just continues furiously writing. What's he gonna do? Like, it doesn't matter. He's just gonna go live a different life somewhere. It doesn't matter. It's one less person we've got to worry about."
By the way, while she is writing her manifesto or whatever the hell that means, Bella's over there drawing images on like infrastructure and schooling and economics and like community outreach programs and how she's going to distribute food and like there's just like affordable housing. Like she's coming up with like a bunch of stuff.
It's a big roadmap with like pictures and like arrows.
It's like it's like giant sketch pads that she's just like drawing. Like I'm gonna have to interpret some stuff. But well, Bradley, I think you could understand her too. So
yeah, we're gonna have to retcon that. Bradley can understand Belle. Right?
Yeah, crap. Yeah.
I think we did that. We already retconned it once.
I think we already retconned that
We said no initially, and then afterwards we're like, it literally says on my sheet, like sea creatures, so not necessarily fish.
Yep. Sure as she's doing that. Yeah, she has a high intelligence. She's a high. If you haven't picked up the fact Belle is smarter than Kai up until this point, she 100% is.
Okay.
Crab is certainly going to give you a run for your money, Zamrock, but alls I know is if you could promise that no more innocent people would be harmed, you would have my vote.
I can promise that. No innocent people will be harmed. But she looks into the eyes of Yokan and says, but just so you know, Anurag believed that no innocent people were being harmed too.
Well, that's why he's dead.
And I will say this now, Yokan. She looks you dead in the eyes, she grabs your hands and says, if I ever become like that, you have permission to kill me.
She will.
I will do just that.
Trust me, I know her pretty well. She will.
Absolutely.
As she sort of gets closer to you, she does notice. She goes, "What is that on your arm? This tattoo?"
Oh, I saw it in a cave back on my home island, and I thought it looked cool.
It is cool. What is
it?
So
I don't know. It's just this V with a little circle on it.
Oh, V, of course. For some reason, I thought it was a 5. You know, like...
I guess a 5.
You know, like a...
No. Yokan is not familiar with Roman numerals.
Yeah, I don't know if they exist. Well, you know, they gotta exist.
I'm sure they do.
I'm just saying, come on now.
She doesn't know that. Yeah. She's never...
No, but a V makes more sense. I was just... Yeah, I did. She just shakes her head. It's just it's interesting tattoo.
Anyway. I just thought it looked cool. I'm glad you like it.
I like your tattoos. I don't, you know. Maybe I'll get one like it myself one day.
Well, I did tattoo Kai. So
you did.
If you need one before we leave, I can probably hook you up.
I would love that. I would love that.
I'll get started right now. I walk out of the room to go find some ink.
Okay. All right. So, Bradley, are you doing anything else?
Bradley's just chilling. What's Heather up to? Is she okay?
Heather's resting, right? Because she was.
What's her HP like? I don't even know.
Well, she got healed at the end, but she was. Remember, she was one death save from dying.
Yes, that's right. Heather, how you doing? How you holding up?
I'm okay. Thank you for taking it on me. I'm just resting here. I just wanted to be with you, obviously. I felt that the hospitals would be too overcrowded. Thank you.
I appreciate that. I appreciate you sticking around.
God,
I'm happy things worked out. See, thank God for Lure and the other person's name. Scourge.
Yeah.
Job. I got hit in the head 20 times yesterday.
Yeah, we've been through a lot. Who do you think's going to win this election?
I'm going to be honest, it's going to come down to the speeches, I think, and if any other third parties enter. But right now, I don't know, Belle's looking pretty good.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. If there's nothing else, we can cut to a long rest.
Yeah, okay.
And then we unless Damian wants to do anything.
Well, I'm not getting a long rest, King W.
yeah, you're not getting a long rest.
You're working all night.
Unfortunate. I mean, I will spend one. I mean, during the break, I am going to go to Kai and Scourge, and I'll be like, Kai, as like sunken eyes and everything in there.
Oh my God, Damian, you need some sleep. I know you're a robot, but you need to get some sleep.
I have to go back. It's fine, but I just wanted to remind you.
Okay.
I needed your help and Scourge's help.
Yeah, we were working on our costume thing, but
do this without your help because there's no way I think Scourge would have trusted me without you.
What do you need?
I need to teach Lur and Yokan a lesson about life.
Oh, okay. How do you want me to help with that?
I'm gonna shoot Scourge in the head.
What the fuck? Okay, Damian, it's time for you to... Damian, it's time... Do you have a gun? Do you pull out a gun?
Yeah, I still have always had the firearm, but I'm not gonna actually shoot him. I want you to have that same reaction that you just had.
Scourge, how do you feel about this? This seems more about you than me.
Right?
Yeah,
I'm not actually gonna hurt you.
You could try and
just want
fake
you to
my
pretend
death.
that you die.
No, but Lo will kill you.
I just want her to feel that pain and know what it's like.
Damian, in all the respect,
That's the
I think
only
this
way
plan...
she's gonna know.
You've called my plans idiotic before, and you're right. A lot of them were. Remember that time I hit on the roof for the 14th time? That wasn't because I was scouting. I was genuinely scared.
Maybe it's because I've been awake too damn long.
I think you need to take a nap. This is not a good idea. You try to do this, I think Lore will rip you apart.
Lo will kill you. Lo will kill you immediately.
She will try to, but then you will get up and you will stop her.
That is putting a lot.
You will already be dead before then. I'm
strong enough to survive. It's fine.
But then she will kill me for tricking her.
But then she will know exactly what it is, how valuable
Damian,
life is. She values nobody else but you.
That is true. Shit. So shooting me wouldn't work.
You're the only thing she cares about.
Me and Lo will reform. We'll be fine. You could teach Yokan a lesson.
Not fine on her
Damian, I don't think you need to go to this drastic measure for this. I think this is going too far. I think you need to take a nap.
I think Yokan also needs to learn how valuable life is too.
I fear this will have the opposite reaction, and it will push them to be.
I don't think this is gonna work.
You're right.
You think
maybe
neither of them have lost people before?
She's lost anybody that she cares about.
She lost her
father.
father.
Even her father didn't even care.
Yeah.
She's still taking lives. She's still doing terrible things.
What if shooting Scourge just sends her into a blood rage, which we know she can do, and then she's not even thinking straight, and she just rips you apart, and rips me apart trying to get to you?
I've done crazier things.
I believe it, but maybe take an 8-hour nap, and then if you still think this is a good idea after.
I mean, I don't think that you.
I'm sorry, Damian.
I think you've done even crazier things than me, Kai.
I did jump. Well, that was to save my girlfriend, I guess. Like that's not yeah.
Wait, you're actually your girlfriend? That's a thing.
I suppose. I think we are. We had a really emotional talk earlier. We hugged. It was really nice. Anyway, I don't want you to shoot Scourge. I don't want you to pretend to shoot Scourge. I'm not actually going to
shoot him.
I know. I don't want you to even pretend to do that. That's not a good idea.
I don't think I could go along with this plan, Damian. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Listen, I understand that Lur is a bit of a live wire, but we only killed people because it was part of our job, much like it was yours. And I feel bad about it, obviously, and she doesn't, obviously. But so far, since joining you guys, we've only killed the people you've told us to kill. She didn't.
True, but she also did kill a Marine officer. I can't overlook that.
Can I try to persuade him this is a horrible idea?
Try and persuade him to go to sleep.
Go for it.
Yeah, I've been saying go to sleep.
It's not a high thing because I'm tired.
Kai is not persuaded. That is a 3. That is a 3.
What about Scourge? What about Scourge?
I mean, yeah, Scourge.
Or maybe Scourge could give me advantage or whatever if he's helping, trying to convince him. Whichever you want to do. Yeah. Try Scourge.
I guess it's just a charisma. Critical fail. So they cannot
still
convince
higher
you.
than me somehow.
But they are not agreeing to your plan. So
we're not gonna. I'm not okay. We can't persuade you to go to sleep. But this is a bad idea.
And they won't no persuasion roll on your end will convince Scourge to fake his death for right. Like
Damian, if you want this to happen, you're gonna have to talk to Anchor Arms or Raj about this. We are not participating in this.
No, this whole plan. I'm not gonna do anything without your consent. That's always how it.
Thank you. I hope you go get some sleep. I know you probably aren't, but I hope you take my advice.
I have to save Taiga.
All right, Scourge, let's go back to working on this Mothman costume.
All right.
Yeah.
The news has now spread now that it's the morning, right? Now it's the morning. And you can see as you leave the town, the streets are bustling. There is like newspapers all over the place that say the emperor is dead. New election the election's happening today. So the speeches will be in the morning, and then the votes will be in the afternoon, and the decider will be decided in the evening. We will do the speeches, and I think we will let stream chat decide the winner.
The stream
that's
chat,
funny. All right.
The stream chat will represent the populace.
That's fine, but I just want to say to the chat, this is me, Tekking, talking right now. Like, whoever you guys vote for, do not change your vote or let your vote be swayed simply because Belle stays on this island. Please vote for whoever you want to be the queen or king of this island.
Yeah.
You know, that because that's not from the perspective of the voters of the country, right? Like, yeah.
Because yes, the majority of the people now, as they're coming out, and you see the streets are bustling with people who look like they're dressed in rags, who look relatively malnourished. Most of the people in this city are not nobility. They are, people who are shoved to the side, lived in the slums, etc.
Oh, so the people that would have been helped by a crab rebellion. Gotcha.
Yeah,
gotcha. That's
but
perfect.
also would have been
absolutely.
helped by Ziania as well, equally.
True.
Equally, I don't know.
You don't know. Okay, and you guys sort of get to the
Belle saved my family. Okay. So could we have the rebellion put up like flags and
yes, you got the crab rebellion, but
yeah,
Ziania.
Okay, absolutely.
So you
of
see
course she does too.
So the red tigers are now
too.
in town as well. Claw is there. The old man is there. And you guys have all gathered behind the stage now. Everyone's back together, ready to do the speeches.
All right. Cool.
I guess Ziania will go up first.
Okay.
She looks at you, Yokan, and goes, "Okay, this is it. This is it.
Good luck."
Right, I tried to improv a speech. She walks up on stage, and there's a crowd of people below her. She goes, "People of the Emerald Kingdom, I am Ziania. The Emperor is dead." And everyone they go, they react in shocked awe.
Yokan goes, "Woo!"
For too long, we have been told to bow our heads beneath crowns we never chose. For too long, our hands have bled to build palaces we were never allowed to enter. They called it peace, they called it order, they called it law. But behind their platitudes was rot of greed, of fear, of death. But no more. Today, the Emerald City belongs to no king, to no emperor, no nobles, no ministers. It belongs to you. It belongs to us, to all who bleed for it and were forgotten. They called us terrorists. They called us traitors. I say they were scared. We, together, will raise something new. We will not rebuild their thrones. We will not rebuild their kingdom. We are not forged by bloodlines. We are forged by brotherhood. We are not ruled by fear. We are guided by justice. We are not silent anymore. We are free. So let them hear us in their emerald palaces. Let them tremble in their towers of jade. The flame has been lit and it will not be extinguished. This is our land. This is our time. This is our revolution. Long live the people. Long live the people. And that's her
That's her speech. Okay.
That's her speech.
All right. That's not bad. Right. I was like, even Belle is giving her a little bit of a golf clap to be polite off to the side. That's that's okay. Gotcha.
All
right.
And some people cheer.
Yeah,
now
sure,
I guess now it's Belle's turn to go up.
Okay,
to the
so
podium.
the way this is going to work is Kai is wearing a blue tuxedo with the symbol of Belle on his lapel and stuff like that. We have a podium and things. So the way this is going to work is Belle has a bunch of big posters of things that she has drawn, and Kai is going to sort of go over these, and she's going to point to stuff as we go about this. So it's greetings, everyone. I am Kai. I am the interpreter for Belle, who is running for your new queen. So first and foremost, that she would like to point out, and we flip open the first page of the big sketch pad, is that, yes, you were all horribly oppressed and the former emperor ruled over all of you. However, nothing changed until Belle came to this island. Everybody was horribly oppressed and nothing ever improved until we arrived. In fact, there's a picture of Belle like as the one that's like the biggest picture, but then there's like all of us below that like we're less important, but we were there too, right? And so Belle then goes through extensiveness of how she rallied the rebellion together, about how she, implanted all these ideas, how she mobilized an entire army within 48 hours to overthrow an oppressive government that has lasted years. Then, not only just sticking to that, we also go into what we are furthering with this entire society. She talks about how she's going to make hospitals available for everyone, build new schools, colleges, affordable housing for the homeless. We're going to begin to dismantle the jade and emerald and repurpose that into a source of income for the island. We're going to implement community outreach programs, put the army to work on infrastructure and roads and temples. She has all of this mapped out on this sketch pad, and Kai is doing his best to kind of keep up and convey everything. But the pictures are very nice. There's healthcare. That's what the hospitals are for. We have healthcare. We have banks. We have, all this sorts of different, there's like economy talk that I don't really understand, but it's there.
Okay.
Belle has confirmed economy skills since like episode 2. She is really good at handling money. All right.
Okay. Yeah, I guess so.
Yes.
All right.
And the salt. The salt is also the last page is let there be salt.
What?
All right. Okay.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Right. A third candidate comes up now. Pushes past.
Okay.
He's dressed he's broad-shouldered, big, dressed in enforcer uniform. And he comes up, face chiseled hard. He's got short, dark green hair. And he comes up, scarred. He walks up. He gives everyone a look. Hello. Some of you might know me. I am Dravite, the vice enforcer to Chief Enforcer Jade, who, as I am aware, is
that
under...
guy.
Oh, you never met him.
That guy. Yeah, that
you
guy.
never met him. It's just a vice enforcer, vice chief. As I sorry, everyone in chat is boo.
Yeah, by the way, after we did
that is accurate. Let
there be salt.
Yeah.
What was the crowd reaction to Belle's speech? You didn't give me that. Let there be salt.
Okay, yeah. You guys didn't go. You didn't go into the back of the Emerald Palace at all to see if there was any salt.
There's salt in the ocean. We can make it. They were just not. They were not giving it out to people. That was the point. That was the point.
Use the emerald to buy salt on another island and come back.
We don't need to buy salt. The ocean is infinite salt.
Yeah. Okay. It is. I mean, it takes a lot of energy to get the salt out of the ocean.
Yeah.
You just need to boil the fucking water.
Yeah. Well, that takes a lot of energy to boil something.
To start a fire? Yes, whatever. Anyway, go ahead. We have a source of income. We already talked about repurposing the jade and the emerald for a source of income. We'll be fine. All right.
Okay. This big man comes up. He says, "I am Vice Chief Dravite. Jade was my chief. She is under custody unjustly, and in her place, I will be running for leader of the Emerald Empire. This kingdom was never perfect, that's true. But no kingdom was. We had order, and with order we endured. We survived storms, we withstood famine. Not because of any rebellion, but because we had discipline, because we had law, and because we had structure. I've worn this uniform today, not to rule or lord it over everyone, but to maintain order. We hold the chaos at bay. We protect those even who curse our names. I don't crave power. I carry its burden. Now the streets burn. Ledgers are torn. The chains that bound violence have been shattered. And you cheer for crabs? You cheer for salt?
Oh, now you're just being racist. Nice. Nice. Great angle.
You do not understand what you have unleashed. You confuse freedom and chaos. Justice with vengeance. Hope with hysteria. A kingdom without an order is not a kingdom, it is a battlefield. You may drive us from these walls, you may raise new banners, but the truth will always remain. Without rules, without duty, without restraint, your Emerald Kingdom will drown in the very freedom that you demand. And when it does, your self-made gods that you uphold will fall silent, and the weight of your own chaos begins to crush you. You will remember those of us.
Election speech, just let me know.
You will remember those of us who stood between you and the endless abyss that stands before you. We are not your enemy. We are the structure that kept the sky from falling. Remember that. And he leaves.
Okay. I mean, hey, that's definitely an election speech.
Is there a fourth person?
That is a normal
I don't know.
tactic.
That's up to you. I mean, nobody. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess so. You've got sort of red tigers, the blue crabs, and the enforcers. Those are the three major. It's like red, blue, green. Those are the three major
the
parties.
red, the green enforcers. Yeah. I get you.
Okay.
Anchor Arms steps up.
No, he doesn't. No, I don't want to go up there.
No, he's lost. He's lost trying to find the bathroom or something. He's like, oh shit, sorry guys.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now we shall do the election poll.
Okay, here we go.
Boy.
The new
RGB.
leader of the Emerald City. I have a feeling of how it's going to go, but
I have a feeling too. Yeah.
currently it is
close.
16% for the Red Tigers,
It's just like what happened.
73% for the ReBELLeon, and 11% for the Enforcers. There are 26 Enforcer lovers out there.
Yeah.
We got the racists in the chat. Show yourself.
I feel like the people who vote for enforcers just want to watch the world burn. They're like,
like, whatever.
The chaotic fraction.
Yeah. This is like the election in I can't remember, like Roosevelt, Taft, and Wilson. They split the vote, so Wilson ended up winning. It was like that. That's basically this.
Even if you add enforcers and red tigers together,
it is the ReBELLeon is sweeping.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
But it's like
managed to
Dravite didn't. What I mean is, like, if Dravite didn't throw his hat in there, it'd be like 25% at least for Zen. It'd probably be a little more. Probably be like 1/3.
You're saying that all the enforcers would vote for Red Tigers. A lot of them would probably vote for ReBELLeon as well.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Okay.
Okay.
And Belle's the only one that promised them salt. So there you go. Okay.
The enforcers technically did too.
Well, Belle had a PowerPoint presentation.
To be honest, the Crab Rebellion spoke to the people, and they were on the ground with the people. The Red Tigers committed acts of terrorism, and then also were sort of only in the fight itself for the against the Emperor. Like, they killed the Emperor, but that's sort of all they did. So, you know, the election's going in throughout the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
You guys, you get everyone's nervous, waiting for the elections to come in.
Yeah,
a few hours later.
And our polls are coming in from the western side of the island.
Yeah, so some representative comes up on stage. They've counted all the votes. And they open the envelope and they say, the election results are in. With 11% of the votes, Dravite of the Enforcers. So boo! With 20% of the votes, Ziania of the Red Tigers. Ziania looks crushed, Yokan, next to you. She sort of sits down. This is what the people want.
She did all right. That's not bad. 1/5 of the votes isn't bad.
69% of the votes.
Nice.
It is and our new leader, Belle of the ReBELLeon. And everybody cheers. Yeah!
Giant banner unfurls.
Yeah! Woo!
You go, Belle!
Yeah!
All right. I put my hand on Zakram's shoulder. Listen, I know you didn't win, but that PowerPoint presentation was actually pretty good. I think this is a win-win scenario.
It is. And if it's what the people want, I'm not going to complain. I always think that we should do what's best for the people. And the most important thing is the Emperor is dead. So I am happy.
Mm-hmm. And the crab might need people on their council. Maybe you could step up.
I don't think she likes me very much. She looks up at Belle.
No,
Belle...
I mean, like, now that she's won, Belle is like not as like glaring at her earlier. She's like, oh, she has everything she wanted now. So like, yeah.
Now is the most important time to work together for the greater good of all the people.
That is true. That is true. Okay. And then we can go through. Well, I mean, I'd have to ask. I'd have to be employed by President Belle. But I wonder what her plans are going to be. And Belle gets up onto the podium, and I guess puts on the presidential hat,
the crown, or whatever, the emperor,
the emerald crown. And everybody cheers. Yeah! Speech! What's your first order of business? What is...
There's someone that can speak crab. Oh, man.
Okay.
All right.
Speak crab. I don't know.
Okay. Right, okay. So yeah, the election is over. And people disperse back. And you guys, I guess, will now reconvene back at the palace.
Woo!
Belle is now sitting in the throne. And she's already, like, bossing people around, I guess.
Oh, yeah. I mean, she's already knows how to order stuff around. Like, you know, we're getting a dinner for us and everything like that.
Yeah,
probably,
and Yanu has, like, learnt how to understand her. So she thinks
she is able. I mean, like, she can draw things and she can convey her thoughts in other ways. You know what I mean? Yeah.
And so he's already like repainting the palace.
Oh yeah,
blue.
we're gonna have. Oh yeah, she's gonna do a grand ball, grand inaugural bell in this.
Oh, okay. So you're back.
This,
This is a
let's
party
do it that
now.
way. Like,
Okay,
this is a party now.
big party.
This is the inaugural ball.
This is the inaugural ball.
It's just crab rave music the whole time.
Yeah, crab rave music. So everybody's there. Everybody's dressed up. And everybody's partying. Okay, I guess we're gonna go around and see what everyone's doing through this inauguration ball. So there's a bunch of people in the town. So many people. Everybody in the city is partying. The crab rave is playing throughout the city. And the palace has all been fixed up, and everybody's having a ball. Everyone's partying. I guess I'll go around individually. What is everyone doing? Yokan, what are you doing during this party?
Genuinely, Yokan's just kind of sitting in the back of the room, just like sipping wine or something.
Yeah, and Ziania is going to probably come up to you then as you're sipping your wine, and she says, "Do you mind if I join you?" You're sort of the
Absolutely. Feel free to sit down.
only person here who seems to enjoy talking to me.
Well, I don't know if I would say that's true. I think we just understand each other.
Yeah. It's rare for me to find people who understand me. That, like, you know, Claw and the others, they follow me because they fight for the greater good, but they never had the same drive that I did. No, not since my brother.
Trying to get these guys on the same side all the time. We don't always see eye to eye, but at the end of the day, we're all trying to save people.
They're good people. I know we had arguments, but they're the best Marines I've ever seen. She drinks from the wine. Well. Okay, so then we will cut to Bradley next. What's Bradley doing?
Bradley grabs Heather's hand. Come on, let's do the crab dance.
Yeah. Oh,
And then
I've never
Bradley
really
just
danced
like,
like this before.
You never danced like this before? Bradley just says, like, I wish I would. Sorry, go ahead.
Did you learn that back in DBU?
GBU. Yeah, everyone did the crab dance.
Everyone did the crab dance in DBU? That's crazy. Wow.
Yeah. And then Bradley was like, I wish you guys could understand what Belle was saying. Belle had some like unreal one-liners in their speech. Kai did a good job getting it across. The map was good, but he was killing me. He's like, I'm going to rule the rocks, command the current. He's like, we're going to march sideways, but always forward.
That's incredible.
That's about right, yeah.
But it's good to have a translator you here. I feel so much better as well. Oh my gosh. Wow. There's rocky days ahead for us, though. We still have to take care of Jeopard. She looks sort of forlorn at the ground.
Oh man, don't remind me.
Yeah.
We go next, though. We go again.
We go next. And in this moment, let's just celebrate, okay?
Yeah, let's enjoy tonight.
Yeah, and you guys crab dance around the room. Damian, what are you doing?
There's no way he'd be participating in this party.
So he's just sitting?
He would be overlooking on a balcony, seeing people, and he'd be probably next to Cocoon Jane right now, with her face looking out.
Yeah, and
Well, this is it. This is your people now.
Jade is not talking. She's looking sort of glazed over in her eyes. And she doesn't want to talk to you.
I know she doesn't. And David's just be like, well, even if you don't talk, you're going to see these people thrive under their new leader.
Jade looks over to Belle and shakes her head.
You can disbelieve anything you want, but right now the facts are in front of you.
And you look down, and I mean, you see everybody have a good time. You see Lur just like picking up just the snack bowls and just shoveling them into her mouth. You see Lieutenant Pluto doing press-ups, and Raj sort of cheering Lieutenant Pluto on. Raj then looks up at you and sees you and gives you a wave. Damian.
Damian will just wave back, just a quick wave. And then, again, Damian will look back to Jade and be like, does this really look like people are sad that the Emperor's gone?
She looks down at the ground and she says simply, people are short-sighted. People are stupid.
How does that not apply to you? Seems like you've been trapped in your little bubble your entire life. You don't exactly know how good things are or how things can be.
She looks up.
I've been there. I've been trapped on a little island too for a lot of my life. I've been seeing things new by going around and seeing the world. Hoping you can get a little bit of that vision too.
She sort of squints her eyes at you, not entirely believing you, but doesn't say anything to refute your point. All right, Kai, what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm just gonna I'm gonna have a little bit of champagne, and I walk over to Belle where she's on the throne, and I just well, looks like you finally did it. You seem really happy being the queen of everything. I knew you had it in you, Belle. And she's just so I guess this
Bella's
is
gonna
I guess this is goodbye.
Belle reaches into her bag and communicates somehow that this is something that she found in the storage rooms, like in the back.
Oh, okay.
It's a small little treasure chest, and as she opens it up, there is a fruit inside.
I jump like that. I drop my champagne glass and jump 20 feet back. It's like, what are you doing? Why? What is that thing?
It's like a translucent pear fruit. It sort of looks a little bit like crystallized.
All right,
almost.
Rustich, I'm going to need you to do me a thing. I'm going to need you to do me a solid on this one.
Yes, yeah.
I'm freaking out because Kai is afraid of devil fruits. I'm backing up. Who am I bumping into first that then is noticing the devil fruit along with me?
Oh, gosh. Who would you bump into? It would be Yanu. Yanu would be the immediate one you would bump into first because he's by Belle.
Okay, all right, so So I
you bump into Yanu. Yanu turns around.
It's just
sorry. Excuse you.
I'm a little bit afraid of fruits. Belle knows that, but she's the queen now, so I guess she can get away with that.
Yeah, it feels like you can't tell whether or not Belle is trying to be nice or she's doing a prank on you because she knows you hate fruits. You know what I mean? And that's the beauty of Belle. You never know if she's being mean or she's being nice.
Exactly.
And Yanu looks over,
that
and
means
actually,
she makes great politician for that reason.
Yanu would already know about this fruit because of because he was back there as well with Belle. He goes,
is that
yes,
real?
that is the yes, a devil fruit. Belle drew a bunch of pictures, say that she wanted to give it to you.
Of course she did. Okay. Well, what happens if I refuse a gift from the queen? And then Belle's just once again, don't know if that's true or not. Don't know if she's fucking with me. I was okay, can you really shut the lid on the chest first?
Yeah, she shuts the lid.
I pick it up and just throw it in my pack, and I'm just okay, thank you. I'm gonna miss you, Belle. I go to hug her, and she signals her royal guards to block me from.
It's just that's fun. Oh my god! right.
Sorry, Kai. I know you used to be close friends with Belle, but she has formally requested that you leave her presence now.
It's okay. It's all right. I understand. It's okay, Belle. I believe in you. Ever since I found you on the beach and your notable arson ways, I know you'll be okay. I know this country will be well in your hands.
Okay, you're gonna have to find a new animal pet.
Yeah, I will. There's rules for that. I'll find somebody. Or I'll just go on my own from now on.
Okay. And I guess you leave. And this is your final parting moment with Belle. She's sitting on her throne, Queen of the Emerald Kingdom. Yeah.
As I walk away, she doesn't make like I can't approach her, but then she reaches into her backpack again and she tosses me her lighter.
Oh, wow.
Thank you, Belle. I know this meant so much to you.
She also has all the counterfeit money still that she's not giving away. She no longer have that money.
She needs to have the money. That's like a resource. She's running a country now.
Yeah, true.
That's the startup capital right there. Okay.
Yeah, I guess. They definitely need it.
That's so funny.
All right, that's it. Yeah, I have a devil fruit now. Yeah.
Right.
Excellent.
Okay. And the party continues into the night. Nurse is also just sitting by the side, not really doing anything. Joy is going to dance with you, Kai, as you come back into the thing.
Yes, dancing.
Right? Agrav's is dancing by himself. He's throwing it back. He's going crazy. He's going mental.
Oh, yeah.
Is there anything else you guys want to do before this party?
I'll do something, but after the party concludes, not during the party.
Yeah, Yokan, Bradley, Damian, you guys doing anything?
Bradley Briggs.
I guess this makes sense. Damien would go over to Nurse because she's probably been monitoring Taiga's situation.
Yes.
And he's like, how is Taiga?
Taiga is fine. He is stable. He's still unconscious. We've sort of left him in the hospital. And at that moment, the front doors burst open, and Taiga walks in going, "Hey, you guys were having a party without me?" And he looks still a little bit unwell, but he is conscious. And he goes, "Hey guys, this looking Taiga-tastic in here. I love the music. I absolutely love it when they play the same song on loop over and over again. It makes it really easy to find you guys."
Taiga!
And he starts busting it down. He starts doing like the worm. And he goes, "Oh, Kai!
Taiga, I missed you, but don't do the worm, do the crab.
Do the crab. This is the crab party.
I never learned how to walk sideways. It was just,
I teach him. I'm going to teach him how to walk sideways.
Oh my God. It's like
I'm
walking
do a
forwards, but like left to right instead.
We missed
Wow,
you,
I'm not
man.
great. Kai is not good at doing the crab, but I'm trying my best.
Yeah, Taiga tries to do a walk sideways, but he actually just turns around and walks forwards and then turns around again. Did I do it?
I'm not getting it right. Yokan!
She's on the other side of the room. She gets up to come over to Taiga. Puts her hand on his back. Don't you ever scare us like that again. You got that? Don't worry about me.
Honestly, guys. And he looks around as the party is going on, as you guys have now sort of crowded around him. I'm so great. I don't want to cry. I told myself I'm gonna go up there and I'm not gonna cry. But look at me, I'm crying. I didn't think anybody would care about me the way that you guys do. And I know I'm a little shit sometimes, but really, genuinely, I just thank you so much.
Taiga!
We love you, buddy. We missed you.
And he sort of, it's like a big group hug with Taiga.
Aww.
Thank you.
There is a moment where all of the royal trumpeteers sound, and Belle steps down from her throne and gives Taiga the money that she won from him from all of the gambling.
Oh my God.
There's a moment where Belle's feeling a tinge of sadness that she's saying goodbye to everybody, so she gives him some of his money back. Not all of it, but some of it.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you, Belle. Sorry, I mean, Your Majesty, right?
Yeah. She's just like, watch it.
Yeah.
She's like, we're still, yeah.
Yeah. I don't even know where we are, to be honest. I don't know where the fuck this place is.
I don't know. It used to be called the Emerald City, but I guess it's Crab Kingdom now. I don't know what it's going to be called.
Did we kill Gus?
Technically, it's been erased off the map, but I'm gonna put it back on the map as I've been mapping out this entire place with Choppa.
Yeah, yes.
so long ago.
The simple answer is yes, we did.
Yes.
We've been through quite a lot since you've been gone.
Mhm.
We'll tell you all about it on the ship.
Tell me all about it. Oh.
Well, we killed Bradley's dad.
Bradley,
Yeah,
you
you missed that. That was a whole other adventure. Yeah.
Well, you guys killed my dad.
Killed my dad.
I think dads just suck in general. Do any of you have a good dad?
My dad's cool.
Your
I
dad's
used
cool.
to.
Oh.
Yeah, he's living on the island with my mom.
Yeah, oh, well, okay. Well, we'll
Yeah, my
unpack
parents
that
are
later.
alive and well.
Wow. What about cool moms? Do any of you have cool? Sorry, we're talking about this. We're getting off topic. Let's dance.
My mom was also a traitor.
Oh, damn.
Man, am I the only one that has normal parents?
Yeah,
My mom was pretty good.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there's something.
yeah, but she's dead, right?
Yeah.
Aw.
Well, let's who wants to do a press up competition? A push up
Let's
competition.
go. Let's do it.
That's more Bradley's. Yeah, I'm nice to see you back,
Shooting up
Tyga.
already.
Yeah.
Good to have you
Also,
back, bro.
Would people notice that you have this little chest on you, Kai, now?
I am going to wait until after the party's over because
okay.
I don't want to offend Belle by
Yes.
seeing me give it away. I'm giving it to Damian because he is the most responsible human being on the crew.
God.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Also exhausted from a long night's sleep.
yeah, it
Oh
delirious.
no! Hey, I know you're like 36 hours awake, but here's a devil fruit.
Wait, where did you get this?
Okay, yeah. So
Belle
the
gave
party
it to me. I
finishes.
guess it was in the royal, like in the vaults. I didn't want to, I had to take it because she might have executed me. She probably wouldn't have, but you never know. So I don't want to keep an eye on that thing.
At the charge of this island, I say quietly.
No. That was just with me. You know how she is. She's fine. She's not going to execute an entire island.
Yeah.
She wants to rule over it, so I'm assuming it's gonna
this
be
is all
like,
happening post party now. So the
Yeah,
party is wound
post-party
down.
as we're walking.
Everybody has had a good time partying, etc. And sort of have split off
yeah.
a little bit. So this is just Kai and Damian now split off.
Yeah,
It might
yeah.
even still happen like in the later half of the party, just away from
Yeah,
the main
whichever.
party.
Just not in the presence of like Belle.
So yeah,
or whatever,
Damian and Kai are talking now, and you guys have this devil fruit between you.
I'm fairly certain this is a real, like, this is the real deal right here.
I mean, I can analyze it and see what it is. If that's all right.
If you could, just to make sure.
Are you able to figure out what sort of devil fruit it is? Do you have that sort of
Identify.
ability?
Oh, do you have identify?
Spell.
Does that work with devil
Oh.
fruits?
That,
He could have done
like
that with
D&D
my
identify
character.
works on devil fruit. That's up
it's
to
a
you,
magic
dude.
item in your universe, Rusted.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, wait a minute. There is an encyclopedia.
have
If
an
this thing was in the
encyclopedia,
encyclopedia,
right.
then this might be able
Yeah.
to be. Yeah, that actually does make sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
He has like a PDF file downloaded.
The PDF of the devil fruit encyclopedia.pdf. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you can, I guess, yeah, you analyze it, and you compare it against your digital encyclopedia, and it is a salt paramecia devil fruit.
No way.
Ain't no way.
Not the salt logia
Not
from
a
the
logia.
first one, but
No,
the salt
importantly,
paramecia.
it's not a logia. It is a
No.
paramecia.
Special paramecia salt fruit. It's like katakuri's. It would be
yes.
kind of like katakuri's.
So
yeah.
it lets you control and manipulate salt, but your body is not made out of salt. Like a
Yeah,
logia.
that actually makes sense as a paramecia.
It's
it really
it's
does,
more
yeah.
kind of like you imagine Gara, but with salt.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
oh.
It's like Mr.
Well,
Threes
Gara
makes
can turn
wax.
himself into entire sand, I thought.
I guess so,
No.
but
He
he
makes
It's like a
clones.
sand clone.
Yeah,
it's like
Yeah,
a
he
sand
makes
clone.
sense. Clones. This would be like Mr. Threes wax or
Yeah,
Magellan's
yeah.
venom.
Yeah.
He makes
But
it.
with-
He doesn't turn into it.
but with salt.
Could you manipulate the salt out of the ocean?
I would say it has to be pure salt. It has to be pure salt.
Yeah,
would say.
that would be
So
a
you
little. That would be up to
couldn't-
Rustage, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying
Seems very
Maybe
mildly
when
useless.
awakened.
yeah, maybe later
Oh,
when you
I'm
awaken,
not-
but it's
Yeah.
pure salt, so it's not like you can take the salt out of somebody's
Wow.
body and kill
A
them sort
salt
of vibe.
paramecia. Okay,
Gotcha.
well, that seems like it would be useful. I'm not eating the fucking thing, but that sounds like it's useful.
I don't even think Damien would want it either because he's so sweet based.
I'm just leaving it with. I'm not giving
Yeah,
it like
I
eat
couldn't-
Damien, eat this. I'm like, you keep
This
this
is the exact
safe.
opposite
Yeah.
of what I would love.
like the antithesis.
This
I
is
don't know.
actually-
Sweet and sour. I mean, sweet and salty has a good combo. If you've ever like had like a beef jerky and a chocolate bar, I guess.
But who would want to be able to control salt?
Well, the only person that could Taiga could eat it. Anchor Arms says no. Joy already has it. Wow, there's a lot of people on our.
It is interesting.
Well, Bradley not be a good idea.
Pretty much
There's no
all of
way
the
we can feed a
NPCs have
fish man.
devil
That would be
fruits.
the cruelest thing.
Yeah.
People have always said
Yeah.
there's a lack of devil fruits in this series.
Lore. Does Lore
Everybody
have
has
devil
one.
fruit?
Really?
Does
No,
Lore
but
have
she's a fish woman, so she wouldn't want to eat one anyway.
Yeah. Same thing with Bradley.
That'd be
Yeah.
cruel. Wouldn't know. I mean, there's always Pluto, I guess.
I will say it's not okay. Like somebody would have to convince Kai of it, and it would have to be a god roll in order to convince him to eat this.
Because Kai
You
is
know what I
afraid
mean?
of
No,
fruit.
Damien is
Yeah.
way too tired, and he knows you.
Yeah,
hate
yeah.
fruit, so there's
Damien's.
no
I don't
way.
see Damien doing that. Yeah.
He would never ask you.
Yeah.
Well, we can at
Scourge
least
already
keep
has
it
a
for
devil
now.
fruit, right? Or is that his suit?
No,
that
Scourge
does that?
has a
Suit.
devil fruit. Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Oh, he
gonna say,
does?
he has.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he does have a devil
Oh, he
fruit. That's
does.
not
I
just
thought
his
web
suit.
Those web
Yeah.
know me.
Okay.
Okay. That's good to know. All right.
Yeah.
If someone nails a 25 plus persuasion, maybe Kai will eat a devil fruit. There you go. There's the
hard.
stats for you right there.
Yeah. Well, give me
Alright,
that Belle
well-
roll then, because I think she was trying to persuade you. So give a Belle
okay.
persuasion
Oh, yeah,
roll.
Belle-
I
Does
don't
Belle
know if
roll.
even have a +5, because you would need a minimum of a +5 for this to even be 2. So
Yeah.
she gives it to me. It's more. I interpret that more of as like a joke. You know what I mean? Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah. It was impossible for her to roll. She has a -4. There's no.
Does Yokan and Bradley know about the fruit, or were they just partying and
I assume we
Damien
don't know
and
about it.
we don't know, right?
I
We
would
weren't part of that
assume we
No,
conversation.
no, you guys weren't part of the conversation. It's just Damian and Kai.
I mean, we could bring this up to you later. It's just I felt like giving it to Damian because he's the one that's the most responsible. I feel with stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I appreciate this. Well, I'll confer with the crew to see what they want to do
Good.
with this. Right
I'm
now.
also really glad you're not going ahead with that Scourge plan. That was not a good idea, and I
Sure
think
you don't want to do it. Oh,
I'm 100%
okay.
sure. Yeah, I want to do it. I'm more sure of that than I want to eat this fruit right now. That is how I'm sure that's
I
such a
mean-
bad idea. Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy coming from you after
I know.
into the Great Devour. But,
I know.
I mean, I guess I'll trust your judgment. We always knew how to cover the exits, I guess. And
Oh wait. What if Joy was in danger and I had to eat it? Oh shit. Maybe I should hold on to that thing. Fuck. Oh, this is tough. This is tough now, Damien.
wait, do you want it back?
Oh God. Put it in the treasure chest, and I'll just hang on to it, I guess.
Even though you're afraid of it, is that a good idea?
Yeah,
He's
but
conquering his fears for joy.
I'm thinking like, what if Joy ends up in a situation like that where she's gonna die again, and I have to save her, and I can't?
She needs
Oh.
salt to survive.
I mean, or maybe salt could help. I guess.
What if she
Bradley
falls in the
High. I
water?
guess you're part of this conversation now.
Sorry, that was Briggs.
No.
That was
If you want it, it's fine. Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Bradley walks over. What the hell's going on? What's this contemplation you're trying to make?
We got this salt devil fruit. Do you want it? I don't know if that's a good idea for you, but
Yeah.
I'll give it to you if you want it.
I would
Yeah.
never give up the ability to swim.
That's fair.
Unless,
Me neither.
Unless it let me fly.
Wait,
That'd be
wait.
fucking cool.
What if Heather was at risk of dying though? What would you do?
Why would that
It was
help?
either eat the fruit or Heather die.
Oh,
If,
And this very likely
if it
series
was-
of events would occur.
Of course, I would eat it,
Oh God. Okay.
but I don't see how it would help any situation ever, other than a bad meal.
Well, I never thought Taiga was going to turn into a huge octopus monster, but here we were. You know, like this is a
True,
weird
it's
world
true.
we live in. Oh,
Can you turn into salt?
You turned into Santa Claus. No one expected that to happen, but
Oh,
then
no.
How does it
It's not
work?
specifically a logia. It is a paramecium, I think is what the
Okay,
Yeah, it's
Paramecia.
Paramecia,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
It's okay, so you
Paramecia.
can't like turn into salt and like slip through a crack or something.
no, you wouldn't be able to
No,
do
could
that.
turn-
you just
you could
control salt.
Okay, what if
And
we
it
were
has to be
attacked by a
pure,
giant
from what it
slug?
says in the thing here.
Wait, we were attacked by a giant slug. Those are things that I know exist. Oh, no. Okay, Kai has an image of Joy being covered by a giant slug, and the only way to save her is to use
Use the
salt
soul fruit.
in this likely series of events. All right, Damien, I'll take it back. I'm just going to keep it in my bag. I'm not going to touch it unless I absolutely have to.
All right. All right. David's so tired. He's not
Yeah,
even
yeah,
fight
just
you
go to
on
sleep.
He's
Yeah.
not even gonna fight you.
All right.
All right. Yeah.
Yokan.
All right, sounds good.
You're
Yes.
by one final. So you've been drinking with Ziania for most of this night.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and it's like near the end of the ball, and in general, you guys have been dancing, and she is a little tipsy in general, right? And as they're having their conversation outside, Ziana is continuing her conversation with you, and she goes, I can't believe that this means that you'll be leaving tomorrow.
But, you know, we have more people to save. Can't stay in one place too long.
More empires to revolutionize, right?
Yeah, this is the second time.
That's incredible. You know that it's she sort of looks quite bashfully down at the ground. Obviously a little bit flushed. If I never see you again, I wanted to say that you were very much. I'd never met anybody like you before. You were.
I hope that's a compliment.
It is a compliment at the highest order. It is a compliment. I swear on my father, whose name is Morakot, by the way. He said he didn't give you his name, but it doesn't matter anymore now. We're happy. It's a revolution. We've got a crab queen. What else can happen? She sort of grabs your hand and she's like looking into your eyes with her like dark, deep brown eyes, and she just says, I wanted to say that I will miss you.
I'll miss you too, and I hope, like you said earlier, I don't ever have to come back and take care of things. I hope you'll help make this a better place. We need more of that in the world.
Now, Yokan.
Yes.
How good is Yokan's nunchi? How good is Yokan's value?
How good is her what?
Sorry, nunchi. Sorry, it's a Korean term. How good is her
What is that?
checking vibes? Like, how could she?
Oh.
She's pretty bad at checking vibes,
Okay,
honestly.
okay.
She's a little bit oblivious.
So Ziania is now, her read on the situation might be very different to your read on the situation, but she is slowly now leaning towards you, like getting her.
I have a clarifying question.
Yes.
How tall is she?
She is not as tall as you, but because you're like 7 foot, right? But she is like, I'd say
almost,
5'10".
yeah.
5'10", yeah.
Okay.
How's she gonna lean? That's a lot.
Well, I also imagine you guys might be sitting down. You guys might be sitting down.
Yeah, we were sitting down.
Yeah. So
Okay.
she's sort of leaning towards you, or leaning up towards you. How does Yokan react to this?
She kind of just doesn't do anything. She just kind of like watches her lean forward.
And at this moment, because you haven't moved away, Ziana, from her point of view, is going to take that as like, this is okay then. And she's going to lean in for a kiss.
Yokan lets it happen.
And then,
and
then Damian leaves.
It was Kai.
He's a god for lesbian interactions.
Kai leaves. Kai leaves the
never
call.
be the allegation. Never.
Kai leaves.
Pride Month.
Kai the homophobe.
During Pride Month.
During Pride, Kai leaves.
In June.
Wow. Well, I guess. Well, when Kai comes back, doesn't matter. Near the end of the session, anyway. So then she pulls away after completing the kiss, and she smiles at you, Yokan. And
what was? Wow. That was my first kiss.
What? Was that okay? I assume that's what you wanted. Like you didn't. I was holding your hand, and you didn't stop me, and you didn't move, and I just assumed that it was.
No, it's okay. I just
my fucking Discord crashed. I was having some issues with it. Hi.
Hi.
You left after the kiss. We just all assumed you were homophobic.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
it is the worst possible fucking time for that. Yeah.
That was the actual worst time. Yeah. That was really bad. That's unfortunate.
Sure, it crashed. Sure.
That's hilarious.
His phone to prove it.
He
That's
pulled
so
the
hilarious.
router to beat the allegations. He unplugged his router to beat the allegations.
He got so bad. Okay, sorry. Continue what you were saying, Yokan.
I mean, it's definitely okay. It's just, I mean, I hate to sound like a prude, but you know, I'm really only attracted to women that are taller than me.
She looks at you. But what? She looks up at your like 7-foot stature, and then goes and looks down.
Listen, it's definitely okay. Like it's, I didn't mean to give you the wrong impression. I just.
She goes, oh no, I understand. It's okay. You don't have to see me again after today.
Well, I mean, I have a great amount of respect for you, and like we fought alongside. We're definitely we're comrades now.
Yeah, we're comrades. We're comrades. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I'm not taller.
No, it's okay.
Wait. Who initiated? Did Zenyatta kiss Yokan or did Yokan kiss Zenyatta? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I guess I the thing is, even if you were taller, right now, there's not really any time for romance in my life. There's too many people out there who need my help. If I was distracted, I mean, just look at Kai over there. He jumped into that beast after a girl that doesn't even really like him back that much. That's kind of crazy. That could have been me. Yeah. I could be jumping into giant beasts after.
I don't misunderstand me, Yokan. I think you're amazing, but I understood. I didn't want anything more than just tonight. I
see. Well, that was my first kiss, and you know, I guess it would be important to learn some stuff. See, I used to read a lot of these magazines. That's how I realized, you know, tall women, that's what it's all about. But I've never really had time. Like all the women on my island were shorter than me, and I didn't really like them very much. I've been training for the past decade to be a Marine. So I guess we could consider this like training, right?
Whatever you're comfortable with.
Have you done this before?
Me?
Do you know what? Yeah.
A little bit when I was younger, but it's, you know, I haven't had time since I've been fighting.
I see. Well, if tonight's the only night, I guess you could show me a couple of your moves.
She looks down and she holds her hand.
I mean, you were my first kiss, and I respect you greatly. If anyone's going to show me the ropes, I feel like you'd be the best candidate.
She grabs another like glass of wine and she just downs it. She goes, fuck it, whatever. There's one time, fuck it. And I guess you guys go off somewhere else and we'll fade to black there.
Fade to black.
We'll fade to black there.
Virginity extinguished.
There you go.
Oh gosh, that's like a really complicated situation.
A little achievement pops up on Yokan.
And then I guess that would be a good time to do this to be continued.
There we are.
All right.
That was a session. Now I feel like that election episode was better than the other election episode. The other election episode was good, but this one was fucking crazy.
Quill once again found herself immersed in the familiar embrace of paperwork. It'd been a few days now since she'd been hired for the job, and the steady rhythm of organizing files helped ease the tension that occupied her new workspace. Every meticulously labeled document was a small victory, temporarily alleviating the anxiety that lingered like an unseen shadow. In these quiet, diligent moments, Quill's mind often drifted back home, back to ashes and ruin. She shook her head, trying to rid herself of the thoughts. It was always easier to bury herself in the work, keep her head down and fill every moment with trivial tasks. Less room for memory that way. Less need to admit that she was helpless against the ghost lurking in her past. Her brother had always been the clever one, the thinker, the planner, always knew what came next, always saw a way clear. He had told her once that information was everything. Knowledge could shield you, save you, keep you breathing. But he was gone now, nothing left but a gap shaped like loss. So she gathered him up neatly, boxed him tight, labelled him like paperwork and filed him carefully away. Best to bury pain deep, she reckoned, in drawers of dust, than to keep it gnawing away at you. Vigil's voice cut sharply from within his office, pulling her instantly upright. "Miss Quill, come here immediately." Her heart jolted painfully. Standing quickly, she straightened her skirt, summoning her courage before stepping decisively into his office. Vigil sat rigidly behind his desk, jaw tight, fingers tapping restlessly on the polished mahogany surface. "Sit," he ordered, dismissing any greeting before it left her lips. Quill complied, her posture rigid, tension coiling through her fingers clasped neatly on her lap. He wasted no time. "Miss Quill, have you heard of the Emerald Empire?" She paused, uncertain, then shook her head slowly. "No, sir, can't say I have." The old man's voice dropped to a deliberate rasp. "Unsurprising. It's among our most closely guarded secrets, deliberately concealed deep within Morakat Island." Quill blinked in surprise, confusion knitting her brows. "You say Morakat Island? I mean, I've heard of Morakat Island. It's mostly jungle and a handful of fishing villages. We even have log poses to it. Why would we do that if the government wants to keep it hidden?" The High Inspector allowed a thin, humorless smile. "Exactly, Miss Quill. That's the entire point. A place that appears ordinary, insignificant, rarely warrants a second glance. If Morakat were truly uncharted, curiosity would inevitably attract explorers and pirates. By providing just enough mundane detail, jungle villages, we discourage deeper investigation." I see. But why keep it secret in the first place? "To put it simply, Miss Quill, it houses resources of great value. Resources that, if known, would invite unwanted attention." Quill nodded. She got the general gist. The High Inspector continued. "Until recently, I have personally served as liaison with the Empire's Emperor. However, an archbishop who had recently escaped from the island has informed me of a dire incident. A group of uninformed, lower-ranking Marines, oblivious to the island's importance, killed the Emperor under the misguided banner of justice." Quill gasped softly. They killed him? Without any authorization?" "Precisely," Vigil affirmed, his voice icy. "This act is disastrous. It threatens our entire alliance, destabilizing the region and risking exposure of our covert operations." He paused, the gravity of his words heavy in the silence before continuing sharply. "Your immediate responsibility, Miss Quill, is to organize a discreet, yet urgent meeting. Summon the senior Marine officials involved, particularly whoever authorized the misguided deployment. Additionally," he emphasized firmly, "if a new government has already formed or is emerging within the Emerald Empire, it is absolutely vital we immediately re-establish diplomatic relations. Continuity of our agreement and preserving secrecy is paramount. We cannot afford delays or further complications." Quill absorbed this rapidly, nodding firmly as urgency settled into her bones. "Understood clearly, sir. I'll ensure the necessary meetings and contacts are arranged swiftly." Vigil's gaze lingered coldly upon her, searching carefully for any trace of hesitation before leaning slowly back into his chair. "Good. See to it without delay. Failure is not an option, Miss Quill." She stood quickly, heart hammering, already mentally outlining steps and contingencies. Exiting swiftly from Vigil's office, she felt the weight of immense responsibility pressing on her shoulders. She had seen what pirates could do to nations that held something that they wanted. She was not going to let that happen again.